Okie dokie. Let's let that load up on. Okay, that looks good. Welcome. Uh, we're back. Let's see. I think music sounds good. Oh, I should probably make sure that I'm not talking, so let me get that off. I can hear myself. I don't know if you guys can hear myself as well. Let's just get that going. Okay. And in a nice environment, I can make sure that that's okay. Okay, let's get going. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Welcome, everyone. Hello. Hi, guys. Hi, Star, Mithrak, and Cookie. Welcome, guys, and everyone else is either here or get it trying to show up soon. Hello. I'm doing pretty good. I'm feel like I'm in a weird crunch mode, more than I have been in a while. Trying to work on a paper-driven movie. Trying to do what I have to do in less, I guess now in a week. I have a week now to finish it. I set my own deadline, of course, with all these, but I feel like try and get it done relatively, a few days before the G5 movie comes out. So try my best to get that going, and I'm realizing that I wasn't as close as I thought I was. So there's a whole bunch of crunch and just trying to still do good work. And in my Patreon post, I explained some more details on what I've had to do to still up my quality with stuff that I'm not wasn't quite happy with. So yeah. Regardless, hello cartoons, welcome, good to see ya. Yeah, so there's still majority of it. It's like 90% done, which sounds like a lot not done because it is. Because amount of work that still isn't done. It's still like a large volume. It's only like probably like 10 seconds or so, but each individual frame in each second can take, 5-10 hours or more, who knows. So there's like this little tiny chunk that I've been putting off. That's about 3 seconds or so that I've a little bit longer actually, and I've been working on that to really try to get that going. So I'm finally caught up to that little part that I've been putting off, and I realized that, oh yeah, this is why I kind of put it off, because it was so daunting of how much assets and characters and crowd stuff that I have to do. So, oh well. Hello, Elijah. Let's get into this then. I guess I can play. So in the corner here I have my Premiere file, so we can kind of just watch it and see like how I have. Oh, it's kind of fun. You can see I have different. Woo. I have my mouse in different places. So I did import this version of the music. I imported the one behind here into the. So I just did that right now. So also let me know if I should also put that in there. Let me know. I'm typing a comment if the music is loud or quiet. How do you spell quiet? There we go. Okay, and I'll pin it. Beep. Message pinned. Okay. So we'll just play this and see what it sounds like, I guess. There we go. So that's what we got. I wasn't actually paying attention. Can I watch it again? I think there's like one part where like right after, actually around here, I think like I have like drums too early or something. So yeah, we're gonna like go through this and make sure that everything's more ship shape. But yeah, if you guys hear anything as well, let me know as well. So we got most of it. There's still we're about halfway done with the actual composition of it. So gonna get into single continuous. That's it. Dope. I can't undo that. That's a little upsetting. Ah. That's when you kind of move things over a little bit too far. I don't know how to bring it back, actually. Like some scaling thing. Hello, Buttercup. I'm trying to fix what I just broke. I wonder if I can... Oh, okay. I saved it and I fixed it. Hello, guys. Welcome. Hi, Buttercup and Purple Toast. Thank you. Sounds good. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Let me move this out of the way. There's so many panels to worry about now. So I'm gonna squinch you down just a little bit, and I'll organize this so you guys can see a little bit of both. Okay. So we open up on, not easy, sunny. So we open up on that. I think I wanted to remove these two like right after this. Yeah, if I go really slow. Yeah, that drum beat, like that bass drum, it's here and then it swaps. So I'm going to remove these two. So now it'll be, and this one doesn't quite have that same drop to it, so maybe I should swap one of these. Might need something else, or maybe I can change this up a little bit. Maybe I can, yeah, I think, oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna make this just be like a triangle or some kind of, or just these symbols. Yeah, so actually, yeah, it's okay to have these disappear. So it'll be, I do want to change that into a triangle, I think. So we'll get up to here. Yeah, I think that'll work a little better. So let's add a triangle. Oh, it's an unpitched triangle, so that's a little unfortunate. Let's put you above there. Beep. Okay, and let's see how that sounds. So let's see. I think you're just supposed to do like a 1 2 1 2 on quarters. Okay. So I should get rid of this as well. And then that'll repeat. Maybe that can, would it be better if it just was, what 8 notes of this would be? Would that be better? I think this is a little bit slow, so yeah, let's get rid of this. And let's just make it into, let's get these boys back in here. I know you guys like these guys. Okay, where's my triangle? 8th note. Does A and B actually swap it? That's fun. Okay. Barely could do it live. Okay. A, B, A. Now they're quarter notes. Sorry. It swapped on me. No. What is this? It's muscle memory. Okay, I want A here. Okay. And then just do that over and over. Okay. And then A. This is why it kind of takes a while to do these. Because it's like, I know what I want to do, but it's just like trying to get the program to do it. Maybe we can do more syncopation. Maybe like a do. Make it add a dot to make it like slightly offbeat. Yeah. There you go. So that's kind of how you make a something a little more. What's this sound like? No. Adds a little bit more texture to it. Yeah, it's gonna be a little faster. What's that? Faster. And then I like that. So let's just copy it to the next one. There you go. Okay. There you go. Okay. What do we want to do next? Do we want to change? I think this chime instrument works. Nah, I think no. I think yeah. Okay, so the notes work, but I think the rest of it doesn't. Let me just mute in case the color ID is a little bit weird. Sorry, I didn't know that. I'm actually home alone right now, so I can't quite run up and get the phone way over there. So if it was something naturally personal or something, if I was a family member and trying to reach me, it's like, yeah, I don't want you guys to know that, because it actually says the full number out loud, so it's like, ooh, that's not cool. Chimes, tubular bells. You're gonna change probably into one of these other ones. Let's see. I mean, it's church bell. So this is when, let's get a visual on it. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Here's an event with my family, so they're just gonna go out. I'm here though. I don't know what a dulcimer is. Hello, Sasha. Well, okay, that's a dulcimer. Right? Maybe like an actual triangle might actually work again. Can you guys actually read any of this? Or is it too small? Italian. What a accordion. Dulcimer is essentially a horizontal harp. Oh, okay. So it's more of a string thing. I'm thinking more of a, I don't know, chimey, kind of wind chimey. Wanted goblins or something. There's some weird stuff way at the bottom here. There's always the gunshot. That's always the crowd pleaser. Alrighty. Let's see. Applause. It sounds like nothing. Sounds like a nothing. Bird tweet. It's popular in Appalachia. Elementary school 11 class comes in 20 years later. Awesome. Might actually use this bird tweet for one of my sound effects for a movie or something. Reverse symbol. Can't even hear it. Whoa. That's a reverse symbol. What do I want? I want a Tinkerbell. That's close. What? That's cute. Should be able to. If I move all this up a whole bunch. That's fun. Let's see. That's good. I had like a piano teacher, like in like 4th grade. I just wasn't very coordinated. Here's the goblins. So I wasn't able to really go too far with it. Goblins are very quiet, so okay. I didn't hear nothing. That's otherworldly. Crystal? Oh. Maybe just like a regular... What am I even looking for? Ziz. Do you think Monster House is the same action as Marcy's Moms? I don't think so. I think they're different. Ooh, that's fun. There's just like 200 of these that I've just never really used as much. But kind of just kept it to be like xylophones, and I think I used like a banjo or like some sitar or something. That's actually kind of cool. So what is that? That was a, what was that actually? A pan flute? So maybe something like that. So that'll be something where you blow into, maybe like a flute? I mean, just kind of go for it back to basics. That's why it takes a while. It's like, that doesn't quite work. And I'm not quite sure what I want either, so... kind of breaks. Okay. Travel Sense. What do you guys think? Did any of those that I've done sound good? Is that really a harp? Sounds more staccato. Here's a strings pizzicato. Maybe something synth brass. Ooh, that's a synth. Let's go back to something that we think we liked, maybe. Shinai? Sounds kind of trumpety. Tinkerbell. Honestly, I think I'm happy with this for right now. Okay. Let's just go with that. I think you know, like a couple things, Cookie. You know when it sounds bad or sounds dissonant, hopefully. Let's see. Okay. What I wanted to do was change these pianos into something different and have them match with what's going on. So let's start at the beginning and change these boys. Let's see. Which one was that? Oh, the caps. Okay. Let's see. I want to change. Usually what I do... How do I go about this? I think I just add a new instrument and just copy paste what I have here into it. Or I could just change this into what I want. Let's change, nope, we like Tinkerbell. We want piano, grand piano. With Derpy, I usually have it be like a vibraphone, marimba, or xylophones. I kind of make it like kind of consistent with like each character has their own instrument. So if you watch the movie, if you listen to it, you'll like hear like every time like Derpy like does something, then it's like she has her theme, and there's always like xylophones and vibraphones, whatever sounds good. And then the snakes have their own instruments and stuff like that. So be good to figure out like Sunny's and Izzy's different instruments, and then kind of work around that. So maybe like just trying to start out with like. So already it's gonna take a bit to get that looking good. I think I use Music Box actually a lot. Probably use Music Box more than like these other xylophones and. Or we can go orchestral and like have these be strings, and then add different like orchestral instruments to complement that. Of course, you wouldn't have a drum set quite in a orchestral thing, but so this is kind of bright, sunny. Yeah, I think I actually did play with pan flutes early with this. Chimes, pan flute. It's organized by topic. So there you go. There you go. Let's change piano to something else that's probably bright. There's bright grand piano. It's not much different, but it's bright. Glockenspiel. Wow, I don't use that much. Huh. Sounds a little too much. Plus, where's the harp thingy? Right, that is Dutch Rune. It's detune Time EP. Whoa, okay. What else? Accordion. Harmonica. Violin. Let's get like just the strings. Tremolo. Viola, cello, bass, harp, timpani, strings fast, orchestral, strings fast expression, violins fast, basses, violins, trilling, synth streams. Orchestral hit, that's fun. Let's see. I just have a violin for now. See if that's even good. Ooh, that's crunchy. All right. Let's get strings. Pizzicato. It's not really kind of like just plucking at it or being really fast with it. Trying to find out where that strings tremolo. That's good for now. Let's see, is this both of these? Do 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 do. I don't know it. So we changed his bass. I don't know if you can change the this staff into a different instrument. I don't think I can do that. So I had to like make a new instrument. And let's get some strings bowed. Or if it's gonna be the bass, so it's gonna be maybe like a cello. All instruments, strings. Let's see. Also put probably just whoa, I had caps lock. Where's my stuff? Where'd my cello go? Last minute ago, it's not adding cello. I could just add a piano and then add it and then say go below it. Go below it. Beep. Okay. And then I can change one of these. Into, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one, and change this one into the strings, and hopefully find cello. That's how apparently you spell it. Thanks, guys. Okay. And I can actually just kind of remove this piano if I want. Beep. Actually, I do need it because I need to. That's right. I need to copy and paste. Oh, get out of note mode. Get out of this mode. And just copy all of this. Paste it onto here. Get all of this. And go instrument, piano 3, remove from score. And then piano, this one, remove this one. There you go. So now we're clean. Both say piano on here, but no worry about that. Piano 2 is now cello, apparently. Cello. Yeah! Okay. There we go. Okay. It's closer to what I want. Let's add that into here and see what that sounds. So where are you guys? Your C's here. We can make these longer, actually. Ooh, look at that. Maybe not. This doesn't feel bright enough. It's weird. I want this. How to make it brighter? Okay, yeah, that's why you don't mess with good chords. Oh, yeah, that's how you make it dissonant, is adding one little bit to it wrong. Okay. Where are we? We're there. This is gonna be tricky to realign it. So that's A sharp. What's this? That's A D sharp. So I need these to be a little bit lower. One up. D sharp. Okay. Transposed it a little bit there, but not really, just kind of moved it down a peg. Should we add anything more here in this spot? Some kind of... I don't know what it's missing. It's a bit too empty because everything else has like 2 or 3 different things at the same time. We can add something else into it. I think I probably need that. This can actually go a little bit longer if it really wants to. Or not. There. How's it going? So I'm kind of cheating by having it sound like a full orchestra already with strings. So what else does it need? Should add this part as well. Down here. And just kind of move it down a little bit. D. That's not a D. Still not a D. I need to go way down. That's D. Okay. I guess confession, I don't like really read sheet music. I know like some very basic ones of like this is a C, so like in placement of like what line it is. So I basically am just like looking at it and going, that's a C, you know, and like what is this? I have no idea. That's what that piano teacher was, I guess, you know, supposed to help me, and she did her best, but I'm just not too lazy or not even knowing how to really memorize all of that stuff. So trying to perform it and trying to actually learn all of this was a bit too much. And I guess just me not also knowing how to do one thing with one hand and completely separate and with two hands. So I learned a weird like hand method of like having like two hands and then have like, you know, you're supposed to do like middle C is usually what you learn, is that you put like either like both of your fingers on C and then you thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky for right hand, and then index, middle, ring, pinky the other way. So you have, you know, a full octave pretty much there. Actually more. Actually, would be 9 notes, 8. Pretty close to an octave. And then you can, you know, have your right hand going do 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 do, and then right hand going. But what I would do is if something was like up here, you know, then I'd like move my left hand all the way over here and like straddle between all these and have fingers all over the place to just fit whatever's going on here. So yeah, I wasn't able to continue like perfect form or whatever that whole time, or like if you need to, if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you need to do a 6 or whatever, instead of moving your pinky over here, maybe just bring, you know, your whole hand and have thumb here, and then you just, I don't know, just figure it out. So it got really messy and very situational, so I wasn't able to really do anything. So doing that, I would be like either doing one finger or like having, you know, like certain fingers on one hand being like somewhat straddling like at a weird angle and try to do these ones, and right hand doing these ones. So I know a little bit of that. No. Nope. Nope. It's a little bit of Sesame Street. I know like somewhat of some of these. It's really hard with only one. I use my tablet mouse. No mouse. Just my regular pen. Okay, what were we doing? I got distracted. How are we doing? Excellent connection. Cool. Alrighty. feel like maybe we should add some thing in the last two measures. So as we just have love Izzy look up. Come here. Right into those frames. So if Izzy, nope, Sunny, Sunny looks up, we could have some sort of something there. Okay, so we're in. You can't see my Premiere, so I'm just had to count these. 1, 2, 3. So at 4, it actually changes here. So maybe like a 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay. So I'm trying to add something between 2 and 3, like a boop 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 boop. Oh. If you like slide the if you like double click on a note, then you can move it anywhere you want. So sometimes I click on that and it gets bad. So don't have much to add. I know this is it's more complex looking than Mario Paint or whatever. Mario Paint has all the fun little you know, visual stuff to make it less intimidating than what you see here. So obviously I made all this so I know exactly everything that I've done in this, you know, and I know where every single thing is, so it's kind of like, yeah, and music isn't quite for everyone, especially composing. I know some of you guys said that you play music, so I hope for those people this makes half a sense that there's a lot to a lot of thinking and a lot of thought goes into actually designing and creating music. I should say. So if you get upset when there's like, how can you do like a C3 to a C4? You can, you didn't think about it or compose it right. And it's like, yeah, there's probably reasons why. Or like weird key changes or like so many sharps and stuff. Like a lot of things, you know, have to be for a reason, you know. What I want. That's pretty good. So obviously if I just do like a, that doesn't sound as, I wanted like a question, kind of like she's looking up and then it's like, huh? So to get something sounding like that, if I just do, it sounds a bit too plain or too major. So if I do like a sharp, then like making, it's like a weird illusion to make the C's sound half dissonant. Something like that. Let's get like a fast, and we want to know what we want. We want to make this a little bit lower. I want this one, so I'm gonna make that one lower and then add a sharp. So then I get that. Non-music boys out there. What I said was this note is actually this note, but making it a sharp, it goes up a half a step, so that's this one. If I did a flat, that's this one. That actually brings it back to a neutral or something crazy with that. So, nope. Yeah. Something just like the next note. Too high. So that's right, but I want it to be faster. That could be slower, but this could be over a little bit. A little bit longer. And okay, Let's see. So that'll be the right about 2, 3. Okay. That'll linger just a little bit, and then we change around here. So that's the Izzy introduction is, or change of shot is actually like a weird half step between these because these aren't perfectly aligned. But it works for animation, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm changing it too much. I guess I could if I have to. So these weird like sacrifices you might have to make either one of them work, or just kind of have to make sure that either make the music or the animation work. So it's hard because it's like I want the animation to feel kind of fluid and feel like it has its own rhythm, but at the same time, as soon as you add a soundtrack onto it, then I start thinking about it in a way that makes it be like these little bars, and it's like, well, an action happens around here at the line in the timeline, so it's like, yeah, the only place I can either put it is, I guess, a little bit closer, or like here, and do some crazy offbeat. That's the problem, is that it'll become an offbeat if I put anything in this specific timeline sort of thing. So it's kind of like pick my battles of whether or not I want things to super sync or just kind of figure it out. Luckily, what we're doing is not going to be frame perfect with what, this isn't like any kind of client work or any kind of studio work where it's going to have to be perfect. This is kind of free form, just kind of having fun with this and adding a lot of weird stuff, and then that's to make it look fun. But there's not much really going on, It's basically just this one line, this little bit up here, and then the drums. I mean, that's basically it. It just looks way more complicated. If I make this into like, oops, trying to make it look less complicated. I'm sorry. I don't know. Yeah, so now there's like only one of these. There you go. I think that had something in it. Okay. So, something like that. That became a ghost node, and I'm not sure why. There you go. I had a V or something because I'm used to drawing. That's a drawing tool. To get back into normal selection mode. Okay. So I got... Let's make one of these weirder. That'll do it. Yeah, actually that doesn't work. What else? Do. Make this longer. Make this longer. Make this shorter. As a rest, so we gotta put it back there. A little longer. That's probably fine. Okay. Don't need this. We can copy, paste, and so something's wrong. Actually, that's right. We'd like this to be octave lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, I think that works. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so that's a more gravelly base to it. Nice. Okay. So what do we got? And that syncopation is fun. That makes it not a perfect with the drum line. Adding this little dot. I'm not actually sure what these little dots mean. It's very like an augmentation dot. Apparently the augmentation dot actually adds like it feels like a very like short, like a breathe, kind of a like some sort of a rest to make it seem kind of like stop, more like on a dime. If I had like a super dot, what does that sound like? Yeah, so it adds more of a rest kind of a thing. So that kind of helps sometimes. Again, I'm not fluid enough to know everything about music, or even like most of the, obviously I'm able to get here, so I know the basics enough to go pretty crazy with this, but yeah, there's gonna be some parts that's like, you know, like if you guys are gonna backseat game me or backseat compose me or whatever and going, why don't you add, you know, the archipelago, and it's like, I don't know. Did I do that? This is pan flute, so we can reuse the pan flute to have Izzy. We associated the rock with Izzy, so we can have the same instrument be here. So Izzy is, again, it starts at a weird frame, so that's why I'm getting upset in the video. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it cuts off at 4. 1, 2, 3. So round 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So round 2. Start at 2 and have 3. Okay. So those are the beats. I was measuring like these beats of quarter notes of 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was counting out 1, 2, 3, 4, and so I noticed that she like lifts her head up at 2 and 3, and then it fades out at beat 4. So I only really have like these bop bop that much to work with, and we'll go back into pan flute and work with that. What do we want? We want it to be, what does she do? Okay, some sort of, need to round it out. We need to have kind of like a like a yeah, confident, and probably something to end on, probably like a good round out note. What kind of trill, or what do we want to do? Like a that's pretty much it. Like a, do like reading rainbow, like a do something really short. do. That's probably it. Do. Okay. Do. Well, actually starts do. Okay. I'll just get the basics of it, and then I'll get the that. Yeah, that's basically that sounds good. What is this? It's a D. We did kind of associate her with. We associated Sunny at the beginning with like a weird D C at the beginning here. There's D major that goes to a C for no reason. I don't know why there's a D major going on in here. I don't know what else to call it. It's just to like sound cool. That's actually perfect. I don't know what to change with that. That's good too. Yeah. What if we sharp it? I can't sharpen this because the next half step will be its C. And so it has to like have these boys go down 1. Get a G, aim sharp. That's kind of funky. That's kind of fun. I think having a D actually works better. What is this? That is a G to A sharp. So we should have this be A. That's what I have. Nope. We should have this be C. Maybe we can measure this. It's not right. Something in there is not right. That's fun. We can also funkify it. Maybe go back into that, see what that sounds like. What else did we have? I'm trying to think if there's another instrument I can add into it to make it sound. I think, did we have a triangle ever? This is the, what is this? That's sort of a triangle. By using the same thing, I can't really add much more. Does that mean this is also a... No, that's a piano. I want to like harmonize it with something. That's fun. Let's add a new one. What should we add? Something to harmonize with it. So we have pan flute. What would kind of go with that? What do I want? I want something bright. I don't know. Should I go for the harp or the dulcimer kind of a thing. Or we can also add the lava. That's fun. Okay. Add the score. That'd be on top, sure. How we doing? Okay. Move the video. There you go. Now what do you sound like? Ooh. Do 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 do. I bet I can preview what this sound looks like. Whoa! That actually might work for the chimes to add something in there. That adds something mystery. Oh. I was just trying to figure out what octave sounds best. 8. Oh. Somewhere between 4 and 5 sounds pretty good. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Let's figure this out. Maybe here, let's add something. Don't want to overblow it, obviously, but do want to harmonize it something with this. What are these? These are apparently, what's that say? A 32 note. Okay. I clicked it. Let's get a little bit slower note, and let's add a... What do I want? Maybe a, well, what are these? B, C, D, E, B. That is. Okay. Boop, boop. A little higher. Goes on for a while. Maybe we can like see if this cuts it. Maybe, I don't know. Sorry, couldn't hear it on my end actually. Can we talk about that? Like, why is it hard then to chat anything? I mean, obviously it's fun to like listen to it. It's maybe getting distracted by that, or you just don't know anything like technical to say about it. B, C. Obviously I have all the so-called power here, so I can kind of B, C, D, E. Maybe I should have this increase in up an octave. Let's see though. How you guys doing? Yeah, it feels low. Let's get rid of that. Maybe just make it like a super fast. Well, you know this one's C. Then you go down from C. What do you get? You get B, A, and then A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it starts with A again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and you got the sharps. So it does take a while to kind of get used to it. I'm still have to always like look down and see, like, I have no idea on the staff what it means. So obviously it is kind of tricky, and because I have all the power to like interact with this and kind of play around with it, I can definitely just kind of let's get something. Let's bring it up a bit. Has some kind of like a woof, like a nice little pluck, like a woof, like a guitar, like zhoosh, like a strum, I guess. So I'll go for a while, maybe. That's kind of fun. How's that? And let's do another harp here at the end. How we doing? Hello. I'll show what we got so far. I was gonna add one thing to the end of the measure here. Yeah, I can kind of show what we got so far. Let's see if I can time it out with the visuals as well at the bottom here. I'll try my best to get that going. It's a little tricky to sync it, so having to play with Premiere and this music application, so. I think I was like a half beat off, so sorry about that. That's about where we are. So let me just add. It is like weird incidentals, like kind of weird. It's not much of a song melody per se, as much as just kind of like making up little triads or quadrats, I guess. You know. Let's just make another one of these. Why not? Another harp. Another triad. I don't know what to call this. Okay, here we go. I want maybe a... What do we got here? Oh boy. Yeah, okay. We'll have to figure that out. Or maybe instead of here, let's accentuate the last bit. So that'll be here. We'll probably just do like a... that is a B. So we need a C. What is this? That's A. 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 C. E. A. Not a C. This is a C. So let's move this boy up. Yeah. So if you go on for longer. Should it be a higher octave? What does that sound like? of it. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Let's see. Hi guys, or hello everyone. Hello, unspinnable. Let's see. It is about time. Let me get this one back thing for like one little thing. Let's see. Is that too high? Probably. You can almost hear it. In a sense, I can almost add another one. I don't know if this will work, but never tried this. Let's see. Oh, harmonized it with itself. Awesome. Okay. What I want. This is a wrong. What was this? C major. It's very pretty sounding, huh? What's this? A. A. Yeah, that's fun. So it's a nice little reading rainbow da-da-da kind of a thing. With a nice puncture to say like, it's done. And kind of leave you with a longer note. Had to be a chord note. Okay. Yeah, actually that works better as a short. That's alright. I'm okay with that. How complex do you want your burger? It's this much. It's very complex. Okay. Let's redo this. Let's move this over just a little bit more time. I'm moving the timeline at the bottom. Can't see it. Okay. Let's see it. There's the timeline. Let's get a performance view of this to see what this looks like. So you can kind of see both at the same time here. There you go. Okay. Might have to do this a couple times. One, because it's fun, and two, I might get the timing a little bit wrong, so it's going to sound weird. Or not going to sync up well. That's it. Okay, here we go. Yeah. I'm sure if I like export it and put it into Premiere and like edit it to be at the right time and the right syncing that I want, it'll be synced. So, but how does it actually sound, and how does it like kind of sync with the visuals as well? Will be also important to kind of nail down, I guess. But yeah, I think it's about as much time as I'll be able to actually work on this today. So, but yeah, I think I was trying to figure out whether to do another stream of this and do the rest of the editing on stream. I was thinking of doing, let me get a picture. I was thinking of doing a final mix, kind of like a full-on like real editing, where you put all these different elements together and make a video. Kind of show like just how much there's more effort into making a cartoon than just, you know, drawing cute horses for a long time. If you want to do all of this extra stuff, like adding audio, and also syncing it and adding more audio, like sound effects, that's also where I have a lot of fun thinking of weird or creative ways to like use, you know, kind of like Foley. I do just half the time a lot of Foley type, not with myself, but like I have like a sound bank of like from Paper Mario sound effects. So if there's like a tree branch sound effect, you know, like a crunch kind of a thing of like a tree snapping or something, I can use that and like maybe like slow it down or like edit it, add an echo or something, and then it's like, ooh, it's a spooky break the bone kind of whoa kind of sound, or adding a whole bunch of one sound to make a loop, you know, or making more complex little sequences of sounds. I've done actually a weird sequence of sounds for at the beginning of the city chapter, I did like a sequence of different sound effects to make like what are the horses, like they're like carrying hay and like a and hay ugh, I don't know what to call it. little trough moving that around. Transporting hay vehicle thing. So I had to like different creaks and then made like a 3 or so second loop of kind of like the wheels squeaking, and then maybe like the hay kind of whooping, and then like hoof steps, and then made that into like its own, quote, new sound effect, and then loop that and add different variations and like making that slower or faster each loop to make it not a perfect loop every time. So there's a lot more detailed work than just slapping in the whip crack sound effect every millisecond, like Johnny Test, where like they reuse this one like whip crack, like a for every single action, and it's like compared to what I do, like the amount of links that I've had to and hoops I had to go through to make certain sound effects. Yeah, I think that'd be fun to have a stream for that and go over that process and go on more stories about like that, where it's more than just, oh, I found this sound effect, I'll just place it in and vanilla put it in and done. Like 99% of the time I do change the sound effect to make it a little bit different, or even like make it just a little bit faster, like by 1%, to match up with the sync of the animation. So I think that'd be fun to have another stream to do more editing. So hopefully that'll make the music section complete. I might go back and clean this up, or maybe see if there's any more ideas I have for this, but I think this is good. I think we can call music good and done. Pretty happy with it. Thank you guys for the suggestions, and I guess leaving me to it. Not disturbing my vision too much, I guess. I guess that's good. But yeah, let me try and do one more time and then see how that works. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. If there's like a half millisecond, change or something, I can kind of go back in here. It's like, oh, no, you need to be a little bit shorter or something, and play around with it. So, but yeah, there we go. Let's go to Torch of Time. Okay. How are we doing? I know I can't explain that. Music is apparently hard for you guys to interact with too much. But yeah, I suggest to, like, if you're into cartooning or making videos or whatever. I know TikTok's kind of getting, making people a little bit lazy in some way. That's like, oh, well, if you just import one of your pop music sound effects and then just kind of dance to it, then that's it, It's not as much creative as making your own music, or, making your own cartoon and then making your own music and sound effects and soundtrack to it. I think that's really fun to create a full original experience than just, dance along to a pre-made sort of soundtrack, Obviously, it's way more work and definitely uses a lot more skills, a lot more programs, and a lot more practice. But yeah, I've only really done composing for music, or like original music, really only for like really when I started doing the Paper Derpy first chapters. I was like, I wanted to really do original music. I was like, I'm not gonna do Animal Crossing music for the movie. Like the music was good, favorite the visuals. Oh, thank you, Flary. I appreciate it. That's good to hear from you. But yeah, I used to. I mean, my music history, my cartoon and Adding music history has been ups and downs. Way back when, like in 2013, I was like, oh, let me just find a music, on the internet and just kind of place that in. Or I think way back when I was, let's see, I did find a website that was, let me get my hands, quote, free, free to use, not licensed music. Don't worry about it. YouTube police can't possibly get you, kind of music. I did get flagged. I got flagged a couple times for using those musics. So, whoops. And it's like, so confused with that the first time. It's like, really? So, yeah, YouTube has also evolved with their, as you know, like their content, content ID, finding, shorter snippets of music to, the bots are getting really good at finding like, hey, here's one measure of a song we're pretty sure is this exact song, so we're just gonna go and flag you for it. That's how crazy it's gotten to. Yeah, way back when I did find a website that had to, again, the whole okay to use music, and I had fun using those. I did it the same way that I do now, where I make the visuals first and then add the soundtrack later. And I did do some kind of fun editing and try to like, I felt pretty proud when I tried to fade one music out and have another music start. I remember the Derpy Ninja Escape weird ones where like Derpy escapes from like a jail and I had some fun rock music and that would change into like a different song or something. So yeah, I've always been trying to do more than just like the vanilla of just adding music and be done with it and not changing it or doing anything to it. I've always wanted to do something to at least make it seem that's more my perfection-y, I guess sort of OCD kind of style of like it's not synchronized, I need to do something to make it better kind of a thing. Yeah, I've always been finicky and persnickety with that. But over the years, I just realized that wasn't using that website for the licensed music or unlicensed music or whatever, copyright free, wasn't ran out of songs that were good. So I think there was a time that I just did a bunch of music videos, a bunch of Weird Al music videos, and the Perry Grip, the burrito one. Those are really fun. And YouTube really likes those too. They watch it too and see like, hey, that's this song. Ha, whoops, gotcha. So I think pretty much all the ones that I've used licensed music has been flagged. So that's a little unfortunate, and that kind of stop me to persuaded me to not rely on that or like rely on a music video or music sound or a song. Wow. Not using not making full music videos because they would take like 2 to 3 weeks at best, and the amount of work it would take, and then YouTube define it and then say, hey, you wanted money for that? Didn't think so, kind of stuff. So and then years later, I don't know, timeline's weird. I then started to do more Synthesia using MIDI, MIDI sound formats. Yeah, Synthesia was just like the program to visualize the songs and be able to just quickly just put an Animal Crossing song into the Synthesia program and then output a MIDI version. And then I can play with the instruments and a little bit. That's pretty much it, actually. I couldn't really like edit it per se through Synthesia. I'm sure there's ways, but the way that I was doing it, or like not really knowing how. But yeah, the way that I did it was just like, hey, this song's good. I would rather it be in all banjos. Can you do that, please, Synthesia? And it's like, oh, okay. So I would get this, you know, quote, unique version of the song now that even if Nintendo / YouTube or whatever licensing people would be like, hey, this is our Animal Crossing music, they probably won't find it because it's not exactly a cover, but also not really anything. It's just kind of the same notes and melodies or whatever. So I felt pretty, you know, happy with that. I was like, hey, you know, I found a solution to have music I like that I can still edit in a per se limited way, but still get the, you know, have it be in this gray area of copyright where it's like YouTube probably won't find it, but it's still, in a sense, still probably bad to use it, but I don't know. It's like when you get those like negative videos or like you get those, you know, all those pirated versions of movies and stuff. They're always not exactly pure quality because if it looked really good, then the bots or people can find it and say like, yep, this is our material. But if you transpose it or try to change it in a transformative way, I think that's some literal sense of fair use that you're being transformative to it, but you probably want to transform it a little bit more to be really safe. But yeah, I've done that a lot with that kind of method of using MIDI, Synthesia. And then I realized that, oh yeah, this is still limiting and I can't really do too much. The only really cool thing with it is that because it's the same song every time and I can change the instruments, I was able to do MIDI channel fading, where you can have like two exact songs, but one of them uses banjo, but the other one uses piano or whatever. And so if they're played at the same time, but one of them is muted, so song A is playing, and then you can fade in and fade out, silence song 1, bring up the volume on song 2. It'll sound like it's cross-fading into, quote, the same song, but you're just basically just changing instruments. So I had a lot of fun with that, playing around with that. I think there was a Derpy episode where it was a Mother's Day episode where Derpy goes to the library with her mom, and I did a bunch of MIDI channel fading to like have every time Derpy would visualize and put costumes on to denote each book title, whatever the topic of the book. The instruments would change and be a different style or whatever, but it was basically the same song over and over with the same melody, but it's using the different instruments and just fading in and out of those. So that was like the coolest part of that kind of method. That was really fun. And then eventually cut up to almost now, a year or so later, that that I started to do this MuseScore using pretty much classical sheet music notations and all the craziness you can put on sheet music. And I just kind of started learning that. Yeah, so that's been really fun. It feels like, wow, I can be complete control and not be too overwhelmed because I've had all this, you know, years of other types of composing and making other modifications to music and songs over the years. That's like, okay, now I have like complete control and I can just write my own music and do whatever I want. That's been really fun. So I'm still maybe composing it, but I'm learning each time and deciding what sounds good. So, but yeah, thank you, Cookie. See you next week. Hope you have a good sleep time. I know you always gotta stay up so late. Thank you. But yeah. You have any questions about anything that I did today or anything about music or composing in general? I think that'd be a pretty good time for that then. We can drink some more juice then. Yeah. If not, then I can probably just go on to what else I've been doing. Well, I guess I kind of been talking about the movie already. I'm doing my, I did a Patreon post yesterday. If you were on Twitter, you saw a post on that. I made a post for Twitter to say, like, hey, I made a Patreon post. There's some pretty cool previews for Chapter 5, and those are, cross my fingers that they're still exclusive. No one's been posting them around, or I haven't seen them, so I haven't really looked for it extensively either. So anyway, there's so few people that I don't know. But hopefully in a week from yesterday, week from today minus the day, I don't know how that works. Next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I hope to publish Chapter 5, if all goes well. I'm still in crunch mode, and I'm still trying to really work on a lot of content, and I haven't unfortunately started any music, but now that I feel like I've warmed up, you know, I've done composing in a couple months, and now that I've done this, I feel really good and warmed up that I can work on longer pieces of music now. It's now the chapter 5 is going to be like 2 minutes, so yeah, that's going to be a lot of making sure that every single beat works is going to be tricky, and synchronized and all of that, and it sounds good and on measure and all this other craziness to keep track of the rhythm and patterns and stuff. So yeah, hope you look forward to that. Probably on Tuesday I'll have a better update to figure out whether or not the video is still on track or not. Yeah, so yeah, for next Tuesday we'll see, but the plan is to do the sound effects and final mixing and do the other extra editing. So it's probably not too much to do for that, but it can always be explained a lot further in more detail and more in depth. So as you can tell from today, I can definitely ramble on and explain things for tuck your ears off for as long as you want, and probably longer than that as well. So oh well. But yeah, was there any questions, or did anyone else have anything else to add for that? Otherwise, I might be able to just end the stream because I think I've explained everything. Yeah, let me get some more juice then. Don't want to go off on anything now. Okay. Well, thank you, Elijah. Hope this was fun. Enlightening in some way. So, yeah. I mean, it's just me to, like, run the show, and then it's kind of hard to kind of know when to kind of stop or move on to something else, you know? It's just hard for me to, like, know, like, oh, yeah, this is either understanding or I'm going too in-depth or getting into weird semantics, and if no one stops me, you know, then I'm like, well, either you don't understand, so I guess I'll just talk more about it. But no one's polite enough, or, you know, not polite enough or whatever to kind of say, please stop. If we're going just too far deep into something, you guys gotta tell me to stop. Otherwise, it's like, wait, I gotta fill time with something, I guess. So I'll just, like, continue to talk about everything. I'm sure Star is probably tired as well of all of that, but yeah, oh well. Okay, thank you, Flary. Sure, senior Parker's gonna shout out. Yeah, thank you. It's about hopefully the grandest of the overarching of the music of it. It might be like I might have to say, like, oh, it's known, might have to be like 1/30th of a beat off to make this sound better. But yeah, this is the broad strokes that everything's pretty much done. So thank you. And there's Star. Okay. Alrighty then. People are leaving, then I guess that'll be fair to cut it off for the sake of everyone else who left and keep it even. But yeah, hopefully next week's gonna be pretty major. A lot of things is happening next week. More streams and my chapter, hopefully, and the movie. We'll be able to talk about that. I guess on Friday and Saturday, so that'll be fun. We're inching closer to the end of Generation 4, so that's kind of weird and scary. But yeah. Okay then, I'll wrap it up then, as I've had for the last half hour. Oh well. Thank you guys. Let's see, let's find buttons all over the place. So many monitors. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you everyone. Have a good rest of your time. That you're awake, and then you can have a good sleep. Okay. Thank you. That's a question. Eyebrows. Okay. Thank you. See you soon. Later in like half a week or so. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye. Yeah.